I have a question that I would like to ask you today. Is it time that you be raised up from the dead? Is it time for you to rise up from the dead? And somebody may say, what do you mean? Well, as I was reading over John chapter 11, and I was reading over about how Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. If you've never heard of the story, go back and read the story. It's in John chapter 11. And as I was looking over how Lazarus was dead for 4 days. And on the 4th day, Jesus raised Lazarus up from the dead. And as I was reading everything about how even after we die, we're still going to live and all that good stuff that it had to say within those verses, it just made me think about what is the dead things in our lives that the Lord is saying we need to be raised up from. I want you to think about it now. What is it in your life that could be holding you back in your personal life, in your spiritual life? See, what is it in your life that you need to rise up from? What is it that's holding you back that the Lord is saying, I need you to rise up from it? What is it that the Lord is doing in your life and wants to do in your life where he's saying, I need you to rise up from the dead? What is it? What is it that's holding you back that you can't be the wife, the husband you need to be? What is it that's holding you back? What has it got you that you need to rise up so you can be the mother and father you need to be, the friend you need to be, the servant of God you need to be? What is that needs to be raised up in your life so you can be the best you that you need to be? What is it? Is it that drugs and alcohol that you need to rise up from? See, what is it that's holding you back? Is it that foul mouth that you need to rise up from? Is it that cheating that you need to rise up from? Could it be that unforgiveness that's holding you back, that you can't move forward, that the Lord is saying you need to rise up from? Could it be that bitterness? Could it be that bitterness that you have that you need to rise up from? What about that secret hate in your heart? What about that secret hate that you got for your fellow brother, your fellow sister that you need to rise up from? What is it on today that you know you need to cry out to the Lord and you need to say, Lord, it's holding me back. This has had me dead for so long. See, what is that sin inside your life that's just done laid there and been dormant inside your life that's got you dead and you can't even move on? It's got you dead. You can't have no peace. You can't have no joy. You can't do the things that the Lord has sent you out to do because you know why? You dead up in that sin. What is it that the Lord is saying? I need you to rise up from today. Is it you dressing provocative? What is it that you need to rise up from? Do you need to rise up from that same-sex relationship? Do you need to rise up with that man or woman you've been shaking with for years? What is it that you need to rise up from on today? Is it that stealing in you? Is it that molesting in you? Is it that pornography in you? What is it that you need to rise up from? Is it that gambling addiction, that sex addiction? What is it that you need to say? It's time to rise up from it. When are you going to go to the Lord and understand the same way that the Lord could raise Lazarus from the dead, the same way that he brought sight to the blind? The Lord did many things, so why can't he raise us up too? Why can't the Lord do the same thing in you? The Lord is saying, what is it on today that has you dead? What is that dead thing inside of you that needs to rise up? What is it on today that's keeping you down, that you can't do what you called to do for the kingdom? You can't be the person that you called to be because you dead. What is it that you need to get up and be alive? What is it that the Lord is saying, I need you to get up and walk. The same way he called out to Lazarus, and Lazarus got up and walked. What is it in your life that you need to get up and walk? What is that sin in your life you need to get up and walk away from that's been holding you down for so long? On today, are you ready to get up and walk? Get up and walk. It's time to rise up and get up and walk. What is it that's been holding you down? That you've been holding on to something for so many years. What mama did, what daddy did, what your friends did. Some of you been holding on to things forever. When is it time for you to let it go and get up and walk? When is it? Is it time for you to say, I can't keep holding on to what somebody did for me 10 and 20 and 30 years ago because it's holding me back. It's been having me dead and I can't even move on with my life. What is it that you need to get rid of? What is it that the Lord been dealing with you with? And the Lord is saying, I need you to rise and walk. Rise and walk on today. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, what you're going through, the Lord will bring you through. The Lord wants to bring you through. But are you ready to allow the Lord to bring you through? And that's something that you have to be real with on today. The Lord is saying, I want to do it for you. The Lord is saying, I can do it for you and I will do it for you. But are you going to allow the Lord to do it before time run out? So I want you to overlook your life and be real with yourself. What is that dead thing in you that needs to rise up and walk? What is that dead thing in you that you know is holding you back? And you need to get up. You need to rise up and walk away from it so you can be a better you. That you can be made brand new. At some point in all our lives, we have to rise up. We have to get up and walk. And are you going to make that decision on today and say, I'm ready to be raised up from the dead. I'm ready to rise up from whatever sin, for whatever's holding me back in life. I'm ready to rise up from it with the help of the Lord so I can walk and be a better me, and you can be a better me for eternity. So always remember my closing. Self-examination is the best examination, and Jesus Christ is Lord, and he's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.